Zain. Thank you so much for coming to the Founded Talk series. How's it going?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Before we start with your pitch, would you like to give an intro to yourself?
Yes, sure. So I'm Zen, and I'm the founder and COO of Studio Nebula. And Studio Nebula is a mobile gaming studio, but we are actually venturing into other areas as well. So I've been in finance and tech for the past 15 years, and I call myself a dog lover and a globetrotter. So Studio Nebula is a gaming studio, and we are registered in US as well as in UAE. And as you can say, we are crafting fun games for everyone. So our if we have to define ourselves in one line, it's we just aren't creating games, we are designing experiences for players. So we were able to identify there were few problems that we were able to identify within the gaming sector that were disrupting, and in fact reducing the player experience. So there were disruptive ads, there were low retentions, and there was player disengagement. And why do we think that we have the solution to that? Because we align our market trends, player preferences, we utilize technology to enhance quality gameplay and implement a sustainable business model. So how do we do that? We have a solution to that, and that is the hybrid nebula. So what is hybrid nebula all about? Hybrid nebula is probably about engaging storytelling, ethical monetization, social connectivity, innovative ad management, player centric design, and data driven insights. So probably this is the first time in the probably a lot of years that somebody is putting players first when it comes to games. So our business model is centered around ethical monetization. And when I say ethical monetization, I mean transparency, fairness, and respect. So we prioritize player choices options over mandatory purchases or disruptive ads where they feel compelled to watch ads if they have to progress within the game. So we are striving for players' satisfaction with transparent monetization, in-app purchases, fair economy, and ethical practices to prevent manipulation. So this is how 2024 looks like for us. Already, we started in December 2023, but we had a very aggressive production plan, and already we have a game live on Google Play stores. We are also going to be launching four more titles within this quarter, and you can see Frostlands still, and this is an actual still from our game. So we have also partnered with Incubate Studios for art and for art design. So actual game prototypes are ready for you to play and test. So this is what like our revenue projection looks like by 2025. We should be able to, if we are able to actually stick to our aggressive production plan, we should be able to reach a 1 million targeted revenue with 4 million installs over 10 titles. So this is what our roadmap looks like. In quarter one, we had Merge Racer that was recently launched. It's available for everybody to play. In quarter one as well, we got the prototype for Frostlands ready. It's a hybrid casual game, and again, it's ready for the publishers, for our business partners to test and play. The other three games are in different stages of testing. They should be available on Google and Apple Store as well, really soon. So, what our path to success is? This is our product blueprint. We essentially believe that our product approach should be based on these four things. That is strategic partnerships, a focus on player experience and data driven decisions, hyper efficient development cycles, fair and ethical monetization. And we have proven that by actually coming out and delivering product within 3 months. So, how can we do that? Firstly, we'll identify market segments with publishing partners. We'll create targeted game content. We'll test the product's viability. We'll optimize iterations with focus on monetization. And if the product is viable, then yes, it's scalable. With our publishing partners, we would be able to scale it. And we would have diversified income channels. As you can see, by 2028, we are targeting over 4.5 million in total revenue. So we just won't be relying on ads or subscriptions, but there'll be a mix of everything. There'll be ads, there'll be subscriptions, there'll be also in-app purchases. But as our focus is towards ethical monetization, our ratio of dependence would be more on in-app, so players can engage more, and we have to rely less on ad income. What is our competitive advantage? If we compare ourselves to other indie studios, they don't really have a cross functional team, and we'll come to that later. They don't have a unique art or design. All of the games look the same. They don't really focus on ethical monetization. There is no player centric or data driven development of the games, and there are no strategic partnerships. Yes, but when we come to these big publishers, for example, Huge, Homa, Say Games, they do have the financial strength. But again, they don't have the unique art game design, they don't have ethical monetization. We, on the other hand, are ticking all the boxes here. So, what is our target market? The hybrid casual market saw a 30% revenue surge in 2023. So, by 2027, it's expected that the mobile gaming sector would be around 2.3 billion. Out of this, the focus that we have is on hybrid casual. So hybrid casual market is expected to reach around 110 billion. And given our strength and our bandwidth, we should be able to tap into a 100 million market by 2027. This is the revenue that we should be able to target. What is our go to market? We know that in this sector, we cannot function without publishers. They have the financial muscle, they have the connections that can actually scale game. But again, uh, if we have to do it in house, we do have a plan for that as well. Publishers, you can say, bring in financial support, marketing and visibility, as well as distribution networks and monetization strategies. They also offer post launch support. But we do have a plan to actually do this in house, and how we would be able to do that. We already have publishing relationships with a few publishers, so we should be able to capitalize on that. We also have content marketing strategies. We'll do targeted marketing, and we are sure about relying on organic growth because we do believe our product is better than what other people are offering within the market. This is what our team looks like. So our CEO is Noor Khwaja, who is a gaming veteran, and he has worked with some of the biggest names within the industry in the gaming sector, and he has been in the gaming industry for the past 3 decades. So he was also able to actually close deals with Homa and Huge Games, some of the biggest publishers within the gaming industry. Sami is our CTO, and I myself actually came up with this idea, and I'm the chief operating officer. But again, we do have artists, we have QA, we have marketing, we have business analyst, and also we have a 3D junior artist within our team. And for some works, we have to outsource it to consultants as well. So what we are looking for? So we are essentially looking for 1 million, and how do we plan on spending or using that 1 million, utilizing those funds. 20% of the amount would go towards aggressive production pipeline. 25% would go towards scaling operations, since we already set ourselves up in US as well after UAE. And 25% would go towards user acquisition campaigns, because we want to develop that in-house. 15% would go towards optimizing our quality assurance processes, and 15% would go towards optimizing returns for investors as well as other business partners. Our ideal investor is somebody who is aligned with our goals. They value people and relationships, they believe in the product, and also they are willing to learn, grow, and prosper with us. So, by partnering with us, you invest in a gaming legacy centered on gameplay, storytelling, innovation, and you are paving the way for a gaming renaissance that we would lead together. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Let me ask you, can you articulate a bit better how do you make money? How do you generate revenue?
Yes. So, we develop games and we get into different partnerships with publishers or different developers. So, there are different models, there are different revenue models for publishers. At times, they give you a minimum guaranteed payment per month. And whatever revenue over that minimum guaranteed payment they make, they pocket it. But again, you aren't selling them the game, you license them the game for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years. Durations are different for the contracts. The second is you get into a rev share model with them, where they market, they publish the game, but the revenue is shared 50-50%. And again, at the end of the contract period, the game comes back to you. So you have the option to continue with the contract or get the game back. And the third model is selling the game. At times, if publisher sees a lot of potential and they want to actually, they have a vision for the game and they want to acquire it, you sell them the game. And in that model, essentially, you are just giving them the game, and you have no right to the game after that. It becomes their property.
But when it comes to advertising, How really, how actually does it work? I mean, publishers, they use your gaming exactly for what's the purpose of using your gaming?
This is what we are challenging, and this is why we call our model ethical monetization. Right now there's a lot of dependence on ad income. So if we look at the breakup of revenue, average breakup of revenue within the gaming sector, it's 70% ad income and 30% in-apps. So we want to disrupt that, we want to change that, because players are forced to watch ads if they have to progress. There are rewarded videos, there are interstitial videos, there are different kind of videos that they're compelled to watch if they have to progress to the next level, let's say. So we want to make games so engaging that they feel compelled to play the game but not to watch the game. So they'll be drawn to making in-apps because they will feel that it's worth it, it's value for money.
So pay for the game and do not pay for the ads. That's what I'm telling. All
Yes.
right. And how the publisher are taking this opportunity? What's the which are the feedbacks?
Definitely, like, a lot of people, and when we present it to them, so probably in the first or the second month it's really difficult to change this business model because you are proposing something that is putting players first, probably for the first time in years. So yes, definitely, and that's why we have seen what has been happening in the gaming sector. There have been a lot of layoffs, player retentions have gone down, average play times have gone down. This is happening because players aren't really engaging with the game. Everybody has put players at the back seat. So we want to bring them to the front seat, and we are telling them and we are trying to convince everybody that yes, if you prioritize players, they would do in-apps, they would engage with the game, and you won't have to rely on ads to generate any revenue.
Don't you believe that for you to succeed, publishers must make more money with your point and not following what has been done up to date? Uh, but for what I can read, maybe at the very beginning they will lose some revenue in order to get more revenue after. Something that makes sense for you, or you believe they can actually replace advertisement with pay up?
I think our games and the games that we have launched and the prototypes that are ready for publishers to see, I think they are so good in quality, and the art style and the artwork is so unique, it stands out. So people would actually engage with it, and they would feel compelled to actually do more in apps because they would feel it's value for money. So the trade-off wouldn't be that, like, bad. In fact, I believe that once people start playing a game, they would be making more, publishers would be in fact making more money rather than losing.
So this round is 1 million. How many rounds you done before, or it's your first
This
one?
this is our first round. We are completely bootstrapped. We all equity partners are working within the company, so there's no external equity partner.
And you're looking for, I suppose, private investors, angels, this kind of profile.
Yes, we are open to right now angel investors. We are open to VCs as well. So yeah.
Did you have any commitment?
We have been in talks, and we just, like, started this thing. So it's just that to ensure, like, the viability of the company and the sustainability, and to ensure that we are able to fulfill the commitments that we have made to ourselves regarding our aggressive production plan.
So in terms of tech, it's fully done by your team, or something in-house, something outsourcing?
No. So everything is done in-house, and our production team, our developers, our engineers, they are making the games. So we aren't really outsourcing it to any third party. For the artwork, we are in a multi-game strategic partnership with Incubate Studios. Yes, because we wanted a unique art style for our games.
In 10 seconds, in convincing investor to invest in your startup, what would I to say them?
I believe it is probably for the first time that somebody is putting players first when it comes to games. So we do have a plan, and we do believe that we would be able to do what we are claiming that we would do.
Zain, thank you so much for coming to the Founded Tech. It's been an absolutely pleasure for me. Thank you. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.